Six String Supplies. Today we're going to do a very quick video on how to do partial coil splitting. So I've got a couple of pots laid out in front of me here. They're identical electronically and they've been wired up exactly the same. It's just to give you, depending on what sort of pots you're working with, just to show you how to do what we're talking about. So typical coil splitting. These are the pickup coil split wires. They're going into this solder terminal here, so it's the left hand side in the middle. Now when the pot is in the down position, obviously the signal's coming through, everything plays nice and normal, we don't really think too much about it. When we activate the coil split, when we actually push the, pull the switch, the signal comes into the pickups here. When the push-pull is in the up position, these two terminals are now connected to these two terminals. This terminal here, the bottom left, we've got running to ground onto the jumper wire, connecting that lug to the pot casing. So what that means is now your signal comes in here and it automatically goes to ground. So that coil becomes grounded or dead essentially, and the other coil remains on, and that is how we split the coil. You essentially turn one off. On the CTS pot, it's exactly the same, it's just laid out differently. So the pickups are going to C2, which is this hole here, and we ground 3, which is this one. That's gone jumper wire to the side of the casing there. So again, when we activate the push-pull pot in the up position, C2 becomes connected to 3, and the signal wire automatically goes to ground. So exactly the same. Now this is very popular. Coil splitting is very popular. The problem with coil splitting is not all humbuckers are made or wound, I should say, equally, and most complaints around coil splitting are how it can sound a bit weeny, a bit pathetic, a bit too quiet, massive drop in volume, and for a lot of people it kind of puts, they stop using it when they realise that. So one way to fix that, instead of using this jumper wire, connecting it to ground, we are still going to connect it to ground, but rather than using the jumper wire, we're using a resistor instead. And exactly the same thing happens. So here's one I made earlier. There you go, you can see I've already soldered in the resistor. So what happens now is the signal comes into the pickup signal as normal. Then when we activate the push-pull into the down position, hole 3 to bottom left, that's still going to ground, but it's going to ground via a resistor and keeps some of the signal on, which makes the coil split sound, because it's not completely switched off, makes it sound a bit fuller, and there's no loss of, or a less noticeable loss in volume, I should say. Whilst it's an incredibly easy mod to do, the trick is finding the right value of resistor to make it work, because obviously depending on what resistor value you're using, different amounts of signal will be shunted to ground. PRS do this, I don't know the model off the top of my head, but they use a 1.1k resistor for the neck pickup and a 2.2k resistor for the bridge. You don't want, we are talking very small values of resistors, so this one here is a 3.3, so it's mid-range, I guess. You can play around with using 1.1, 2.2, 3.3, 4.7, and try and work out what sounds best for you, but it really is as simple as that. Okay, so I've got a very simple rig set up here. I've just got a volume control straight out to the jack. I've put the push-pull pot in basically, and we are only using the neck pickup. The bridge isn't connected to anything. That's one way of doing a kill switch, by the way. This is the push-pull pot with the standard setup with the lead wire going straight to ground. And then we'll do a bit of A/B testing, have a bit of a noodle using both positions, and then we'll put in the second push-pull pot which is the one with the partial split, the resistor. Okay, so let's have a quick noodle around. There you go, guys. So there's a little there's a difference there between the full split and the partial split. I guess it is all really down to personal preference. As it happens, having done that both through the same guitar, same amp and same pickup, I prefer the full split personally. But it does sound noticeably weaker. The partial split does sound a bit beefier. But obviously it's all about playing around with the correct resistor value. Depending on the pickup you're using and everything else, really. It's just all part of the magic of guitar electronics. So thanks very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we'll see you real soon in the next video.